Alright guys, welcome back to smarthelping.com. It's been a slow Saturday, so look at this. It's 3 o'clock, April 8th, and we've got another financial model. Now this one is a little bit more intense. Now I've started off building pay-per-click tables. So this whole thing is to help anyone who's looking at, trying to get into the internet marketing game and doing so by pay-per-click advertising. Now, if you're going to do that, there's basically two ways you go. One is direct marketing, meaning you already have products or software or some kind of service that you're selling directly. So that would mean you're paying for clicks to land right on your site, and then a percentage of those clicks, purchase. The second type, which is, even a less barrier to entry, is pay per click, where you're advertising for another merchant, but you have your own website. You're promoting your website that recommends other products and services. So that would be affiliate marketing. And with that, the difference is you have another conversion level. So you're paying for clicks to get on your site. A certain percentage of those will click through the merchant, and then a certain percentage that land on the merchant will then actually buy the product. So it's just another level. It's obviously going to reduce your or increase your costs per click, but you're not really supplying any products or services. You're just recommending, so you're just, you don't have to put in any logistical kind of work. I guess the exception, the in between, is if you're a drop shipper. But then, if you're drop shipping, you would fall right into the direct marketing where you're promoting your own products and services on your own site. So anyway, those are the two models I'm showing, and I'm going to explain how you set this up, and then I've also added an annual financial model where you can pick between the direct or affiliate, depending on what you put your click level for the month that you plan on getting, and then it shows you annual profit and loss. So it's pretty dynamic, and I was gonna stop at this part, but then I thought, well, you can really take this information and build an annual summary so you can get a kind of idea of what you're looking like for the year. Okay, so let's start with building the model, and we'll start with direct marketing first. So the first entry here is all you're going to be doing if you get this model is changing the light yellow cells. So the first one is number of clicks landing on your website. So here you're just going to put in a number. This is basically to drive the model. You have to put in inputs that tell the model what your conversion percentages look like. And instead of just entering a conversion percentage, I've laid out to make it a little bit more comprehensive for people when they do it, to actually see how the conversion percentage is getting there. And also because there's two different models and the conversion is different. So you'll put in your number of clicks landing on your site. So this is just if you have data on this, let's just say it's 5,000 for your site for the month. And all this, the profit per day and the financial model annual summary, this is all based on the amount of clicks in here happening in 1 month time. But for here, if you have a year's worth of data, that's fine, because all we're really using from this is the conversion percentage, the average earnings per sale, and then the click interval and day period are just part of the model to build out, but they're not, have nothing to do with the calculations or the monthly. So we'll say you got 5,000 clicks to your site. Now, of those clicks that you plan on paying for, or that come onto your site that are targeted to your product or service, how many of them actually make a purchase? And then if you put in, let's say we put in 250, that's saying, well, you got a 5% conversion rate on those clicks. So assuming that, you then put in your average earnings per sale. I just put $25 because I'm trying to model out another scenario I'm doing myself. So we're just saying $25 here. And then we have our click interval, which is just going to determine how much this goes up by. All these, the percentages are all the same, but then you can see based on your volume how much more profit you're getting per day. That's really the only thing that changes. The ROI is the same. The return per click. Now the clicks per day obviously would go up, and then your profit costs all go up, but it's at the same ratio based on your conversion. So once you've got all that information, then you can also put in, the only thing that's going to drive your profit is you got to put in what you are willing to spend per click. Now what auto-populates is what your break-even cost per click is. So based on all of these inputs, it says if you're getting 250 sales for every 5,000 clicks to your site, you, and $25 per sale, you can pay up to $1.25 per click and break even. Now what does that number mean? Well, let's look at it. If you paid for 5,000 clicks times $1.25, that equals 6,250. If you had 250 sales and they all earned $25, 6,250. So that's your break even. Now any price you pay per click below this is going to mean a profit. So we're saying, let's just say it's 75 cents you're going to plan on paying on average per click. You see everything updates. The return on investment now changes to 67. Profit per day all updates. And we're going to say our interval, let's just put it up at 1,500. All that does is go up to 24,000 now instead of whatever it was before. And you've got your sales over here. And this is all, again, this is just multiplying the conversion by the clicks. This is all automatically running off of this input here. Your earnings, cost per click, actual cost, profit. So it's pretty simple from there. Once you know how this is working, you can see all this information all auto updates. And it's really important for marketers because the main thing you want to know is what is your max cost per click you can bid and still have a shot at making a profit. And to get this right, you have to make sure your conversion percentages are right and your average earnings per sale are right, or somewhere in the ballpark. So there you have it. And so this is saying, if you were to buy 8,000 clicks based on these margins and conversion percentages, it's saying you're going to have 400 sales, and from those 400 sales you're going to make $10,000. It's going to cost you 6,000 in clicks. Your net profit therefore is 4,000. You're getting 262 clicks per day. This is also an important number because as a marketer you want to know, wherever you're buying ad space, you want to know, does it have the potential to get this many unique clicks per day in order to drive that kind of volumes, those kind of volumes. Then we got a return on investment. That's basically saying, well, we spent 6,000 and we got a profit of 4,000. So that's 67%. 6,000 or 4,000 is 67% of 6,000. Obviously, 100% return on investment would mean you doubled your money, and your profit would be as much as you spent, which means you paid 6. This number would be 12,000. Your profit would be 6,000. You've got return on cost, and this 50 cents is really all. It's just your break even minus what you're paying per click, or plan on paying. That's all it is. But you could also do it by doing your profit divided by your clicks. Same number though, logically and mathematically speaking. Then you got your profit per day. This is obviously good. The reason why this table is here is so you can plan out how to scale. So profit per day here. And that's it for the direct marketing. Now the second part is affiliate marketing, and all we've done is add another level of conversion. So we're saying, okay, number of clicks landing on your site, let's say you pay for 75. Of those 75, we're saying 15 actually click through from your site and are referred and tracked for your affiliate stuff and go on to the merchant site. Of that 15, we're saying there's one sale. So really your conversion, clicks to sales, is you paid for 75, and of those 75, after going through all this stuff, one of them made a purchase. So 1.33% is your conversion. Now we're going to say the average earnings per sale is $30. And this means this is after, affiliate. So affiliate commissions usually depend on the product, but sometimes you can get 30 to 50%. So if the product sells for between $50 and $300, whatever they purchase, your earnings per sale would be your commission percentage. So if your commission percentage is 40%, and the average sale, because you would want to get networking information from the network you're promoting, and say, well, what's your average sale? Let's say it's $100. That means if they're paying you 30%, your average earnings per sale would be $30. Then we have the click interval increase, which is just driving your click scale, and then days and periods 30 to drive the profit per day. So in this scenario, our break even is 40 cents. So we can't spend more than 40 cents a click based on these conversions, or else we're going to lose money. So at 35 cents, you can see here, if I'm spending 8,000 clicks, I'm going to make $400 profit, earning $3,200, and cost is $2,800. After you go through this a little bit, you can see how important it is for your website to have super high conversions. I mean, look at, if we just double this or put this sale to 2 instead of 1, so for every 15 that go from your site to the merchant, it's double, and that could be a factor of more people going from your site to the merchant. So let's say that doubles, in turn this doubles. You now look at how much more profit in that same scenario of 8,000. You're making $3,600 instead of $400. I think that was it. Yeah. That's the difference between 1.3% conversion and 2.67%. 1% conversion rate is increasing your profit by that much. Basically by $3,000. So the better you can convert, I mean, it's going to be huge. That's a giant percentage skip in how much you're earning. So you need to put a lot of time and effort into making sure you have your structure set up so the most amount of people are landing onto the merchant site and getting there and making the purchase from how many clicks you're paying. And that was not the, basically I said I doubled the conversion, and the profits skyrocketed. Let's say we doubled this, but let's increase this by 50%. So we're saying, 100% would be 150, and half of there would be, what about 110. Even that at 1.82%. So now you're looking at 1.3 with 8,000 clicks, spending 3,200. We're making 400. Now if we go to 1.82, 0.5% more conversion, you're looking at $1,500 of profit in that same scenario of 8,000 clicks bought. $51 a day. And in a year, let's go to our financial model. Now I'm going to show you how to use this. So we're on the affiliate one, and notice if you put direct, this drop down updates, and if you put affiliate, the numbers re-update based on our named ranges here. And these are dynamic based on whatever's putting the clicks in, whatever your clicks are, based on this and however you build it. Okay, so 8,000, like we said, 1,564 is a profit. Annual profit of $18,000. So look at how, let's go back to our original, what was it, 75, 15, and 1. Look at that, 48. Your annual gross profit now is 4,800 instead of 18,000, just by 0.5% increase in conversion rate. So, and then I've also put in here, you could put like running costs. I just put like hosting. You could these are just, you put them in once in the yellow and it populates over. You could see if I had something else, it'd go 10 and go all the way over. Then you also have capital expenditures, such as if you're building a website, website creation, building, etc. That could cost, let's say, CapEx one that we're going to spend $10,000 on a site. That just fills in there, and then it fills in your cash flow and your annual summary and everything else. So it's going beyond just modeling out conversion percentages. It's giving you scale of conversion percentages, allowing you to dynamically see how you're building that conversion. It's giving you a financial model annual, so you can plan out other things that go along with pay-per-click marketing, such as hosting, other CapEx, and it's showing you, kind of allowing you to plan out, for 1 year's time, how your cash flow needs to be, or what it might be, or the feasibility based on your conversions and what you think you can do. Is telling you the feasibility of the whole process. And note that conversion percentage is also tied to your cost per click. So with that increase, we were saying that conversion increases and the cost per click stays the same. And the reason why we're saying the cost per click stays the same is because we're saying the amount of clicks stay the same. So you're spending the same amount of money, getting the same amount of clicks, but your conversion has gone up, and that's why we were seeing those numbers go so much bigger on the profit side of things. I also added some visuals here, just profit per day, and then number of clicks, and then this is for direct marketing, this is affiliate marketing. These all auto update, and I think that's it. I've pretty much covered everything. I feel like I'm going to be using this myself, and because I built, I had a need, and I felt like this is something anybody looking to get into the internet marketing game needs to know and plan out. And few do plan this out. And if you do plan it out, you kind of see what your numbers need to look like in order to make money, and then how much money you can make, and how different things will change that. Alright, this is smarthelping.com, and this is the pay-per-click model. Hopefully it helps. Have a great weekend.